New rules on eBay, hot off the press. No more sudden death, no more Andy sniping cards.
I don't want to talk
What's the
about
exact,
it.
what are the exact, no, you should. What are the exact?
No, I know I should, but I don't want to get fired up about everything. It makes things simpler for me, and it takes all the anxiety out of the equation, because now I don't have to wait till the last second. It gives everyone time to realize, oh, you just got outbid. I don't care about money. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the little guy here. I'm trying to get the snipes.
It's definitely great for sellers because you're less likely to get screwed. But for buyers that are looking for good deals, you might not get as good of a deal anymore.
If anything, I'll just put my price in earlier, which is what normal people do, and I always tell them they're stupid.
You tell me I'm stupid all the time. You're like, if you're not gonna bid on the last 2 minutes, what's the point? You're just gonna get sniped by people like me.
Like, do you bid on an auction and then go back and see that you were outbid and then bid more? I was setting an alarm on my phone almost daily. Set an alarm for 2:22 because the auction goes off at 2:25. The alarm goes off, I open up eBay, there's 3 minutes left on it, and I'm just gonna hit the bid at the last second. Now, I don't need to do that anymore. The whole eBay thing is where I'm more sensible, where I will walk away from a card and where I'll buy things where I feel like I got good value. And now this is just gonna push me more down the bad, degenerate, live auction, sudden death, go, go, go. Ah, there goes my paycheck. Will I wait till the end of an auction? Sure, I'm sure I'll see something where there's only 5 minutes left and I'll be like, well, I'm gonna still do it at the last second for old time's sake. I think it just makes things a little bit more laid back. Put your bid in and hope you win. What is a hobby box? I think from an investment standpoint, it's kind of silly to rip retail products at all.
Do you think people make more money off the hobby breaks than they do the retail breaks?
I think there's potential, but I think the retail breaks is more solid.
You think? Why would the retail be more solid if it's this kind of superior kind of thing?
If you have a bad break with retail, you're more likely to break even. If you have a bad break with hobby, you're losing money.
I'm a budget hobby kind of person where I don't like to spend a lot of money on the hobby that I love. I'm just a penny pincher.
You're doing this, whether it's a side hustle or whether you're doing it for a living, the whole operation lives and dies on whether or not you can get cards. If you got nothing to sell on your stream, it's worth it for you to go camp out in a Target in the aisle and wait for the guy to show up.
If I'm doing it for a personal collection and for fun, I'm gonna do the retail packs. And if I'm doing it for more investment or want those higher cards, I should probably start saving my money and buying in once in a while and get more hobby than anything.
It doesn't seem like people are switching to hobby or there's more hobby breaks because the stuff's hard to find. There are a lot of people who just want to rip packs, and there's a lot of people that are mad that they can't find any packs to rip. I think the stuff's hard to find because all the breakers are buying it up. Whether you want to rip it or whether you want to resell it to just take the guaranteed money, you can't do either of those things if you can't find the product.
I don't know if it's just booming here. I don't know if it's not a big enough area to keep stocking. Like, we don't get as much stock as everywhere else does. Like, I have no idea.
I think you're starting to see the serious collectors gravitate towards the hobby product.
I've been buying in on hobbies now for Marvel cards, and if I knew something was retail, I wouldn't touch it. I once bought in on one hobby box and it was 12 blasters of retail, and I didn't know that when I first did it, or else I never would have done it.
Do you think it's more fun ripping cheap stuff because you get more of the actual rip?
If you're doing it just for fun, yeah, ripping retail is great. But if you're doing it from like where you're trying to make money or a business standpoint, you gotta go hobby. But if I found retail packs of Marvel in Target, I would buy them for fun.
I think a lot of people think the cheaper the product, the worse it is. And although that kind of is true, they're all a chance. You might have much less of a chance, but it's still a chance. To me, it seems like the risk outweighs the reward. And even though the risk is higher if you're buying hobby products, the reward actually justifies the risk in my mind, if that makes sense. I mean, maybe that's crazy, because all I'm saying is spend more money and you still could wind up with junk or nothing.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, you need to figure out if you're an investor or a collector. You can be both. I feel like you need to sway one way more than the other, because it's gonna be a lot harder to invest if you have your heart into something. You might only buy things that you kind of like.
At the same time, I think it's good to have both mindsets. You're not gonna be as good and smart of a collector if you don't understand the values in the market and the investment side of things. Anyone at any level, no matter what you're buying, you could buy a $30 box, you could buy a $30,000 box, but you should go into all those situations assuming that you're not gonna make out. Whether you're buying one pack or whether you're buying a whole pallet, you gotta get lucky. Even if you're not going to sell anything, the more knowledge you have in the values and in what these markets are, the better your collection will be. And on the other side, if you're just investing and you don't even care about the sports, then how do you really know? You know what I mean?
Collecting is different. Doesn't have to be just this. There's so many different things. I collect something and I waste money all the time on it and I ruin it.
What do you mean you ruin it?
I collect these and I ruin them.
Cards.
Oh yeah, I just
On the
organized
base
those.
cards.
It's my bad. I just sorted them.
And now they're not even, there's a Wemby there. You dumping crap on my Wembies?
These are brand new hats. We're good. I ruin hats all the time, but I collect them.
I don't know, does that count as a collection?
I collect hats. I always, every year I buy the draft hat. Like, it's just
Do you
my thing.
keep them though?
I have some, I just threw out some moldy ones. But besides that, I have
So you
them.
treat your hats like the rest of your collection. You just throw them in a box,
No!
dump some liquids in on top.